All right, we just watched episode 7, season 2 of Arcane. What do you think, bud?
That was drugs.
Yeah, that was drugs, bud.
So they're just starting new shit now. Again, they're starting shit with 2 episodes ago.
Kinda, yeah, sort of, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, alternate dimension. That's starting some shit.
But it's basically been saying that this dimension's existed the whole time,
yeah,
too.
for
so
sure.
It's just now you see that's a thing.
They just stepped into it essentially.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, Echo switched with that Echo.
that's weird. Just like took the body.
Yeah.
What does that mean for Heimerdinger then? Like, did he not have a form there?
Yeah, I don't know. He's a bit of a different one. I don't know exactly how.
Because he'd been waiting there for like fucking.
He'd been there for a long
days or
time.
something.
I think he just when they went into the anomaly, they all kind of go to different.
Yeah.
Like Heimerdinger showed up there first for
Oh,
I think
right.
like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it was. He said like he had the exact time. It was like over 1,000 days.
Yeah, and Jace went to a whole different fucking like either time or a dimension.
Yeah.
Because Hextech didn't even exist in the dimension
Yeah.
Echo was in.
Man, I wrote a lot of notes about this episode.
Yeah. A lot to unpack.
Oh yeah.
Wherever you want to start, bud.
We'll just start at the beginning.
Okay. That's all from one episode?
Yeah.
Holy shit, there's like fucking 1,000 characters. But I get it.
So yeah, the episode starts out in that dimension with like Echo basically like going there, right?
So,
I'm
yeah,
assuming
we actually
or
don't-
whatever because he like saw this thing in the book and tripped out
We
from
don't
there.
see a single glimpse of the reality we've been watching up to this
Exactly,
point.
yeah.
It's all of these
That's
two,
what I was thinking by the end. I'm like literally no idea what's going on in the other
Yeah,
in
we don't see that at all.
reality.
Just the two realities of Jace's and Echo's / Powder and everyone else. Everyone is alive. That
Yeah.
wasn't alive.
Including Silco.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Except one person.
Oh yeah, Vi.
Very different.
That's right.
Yes.
And they didn't explain exactly what happened.
Well,
Yeah.
they actually kind of did. Very briefly and quickly. You see flashes of the same job. Remember when they're kids?
The episode like 1?
Yes. So in this reality, when the explosion goes off, it kills Vi. That's
okay,
what
yeah,
changes
yeah.
every single thing.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely. She said like it was your idea that
And-
sent us there. All that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't quite piece it together that it was the same
it's
exact job.
everything up to that point was the exact same.
They must have failed the job too because they didn't get the hex tag. That's even what he said.
Yeah,
Like
Jace didn't
this
come
is
in.
why
and, like, it changed everything.
this is why there's no hex tag. Yep.
Yep.
Damn.
But then skipping way ahead to the end, it still shows that Powder actually had some of the crystal still,
Oh yeah,
which is just like, okay, what the fuck?
that's right.
Because Echo had to go and look for shards of the crystal from the explosion just to get his shit to work.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the whole
She
time
had that like, a lot of them
she's
too.
had
Like
exactly,
quite a bit
like
more.
a handful. Like when she was a kid, she's just always had that.
Yeah. Holy. Okay, so it wasn't a totally mission failed. She just didn't, I guess, bump into Silco right there or something.
Well, everything was totally different.
Right. Yeah, it was a
Because
different
Vi
fucking
dies,
dimension.
so it goes back to the very first episode.
Yeah,
of the
that's what
last
I'm trying to
season.
remember. Like
Yeah, everything's totally
how all
different
that
after
went.
that moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Vi died. She put the crystals away forever. and
Oh
never
yeah,
actually
they
tried
didn't
to
even
use
get
them.
to like the whole Silco moment. Then that was
Yeah,
later on in the
that
season.
was 3 episodes
That's right.
in the other reality.
Yeah, it was episode. Yeah, okay, it's making a little more sense now.
Yeah, so
Jeez.
it's totally different. And it even shows that Silco and Vander forgave each other and stuff.
And did still try to kill each other and
Which didn't
shit.
happen. Yeah, it still did happen. Like their past was still the same, but they forgave each other.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think the last episode or 2 ago, remember they were found the note, like them trying to connect, but they never found each other.
Oh
This is
damn!
basically like, well, what happened if that happened?
I wrote a note pretty early on. So we'll get to it in a minute.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Echo, I think from what I remember, he was flipping through like a book and then saw like a symbol or an image or some sort of drawing that's what made him start like.
I think
That's like the moment maybe he
I think
got
that just
put into
happened
that
to be
reality.
when the two of them flipped.
exactly yeah.
Because for the first
He
like
was tripping
20 or
out.
30 seconds, you see that reality's Echo, who's just doing
Oh
research.
yeah.
He's just normal living his life. And then when they switch, the
Yeah.
Echo that we've been watching is like, where the fuck am I? What's going on?
Yeah. Like how is everybody still here?
Everything.
Like,
yeah. And then, so that world is like perfect. It's like exactly what
yeah.
he's always wanted.
I wrote that's what looks like could have been.
Exactly
Like,
what
if
fucking
everything
could have
if
been,
everything
yeah.
didn't go like just so fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's basically that whole episode this is what things could have been like.
Yeah. Yeah, I had written that Echo and Heimerdinger jumped to a parallel dimension.
Mm-hmm. And Jace.
Move through time. Yeah, Jace as
Yes.
well. We didn't know that yet. Hex tech hasn't been invented, so they seemed like they were stuck there.
Yeah.
Jace went elsewhere.
Yes, he did.
So that fucking cloaked figure, I'm assuming was the guy who saved Jace when he was a kid as well?
Yes, it was the same figure, yeah.
It didn't really say like who that was specifically or what the fuck yet.
It's
but
just like seems to be a mage. That's really all
Yeah.
we know. That's what began Jace's like obsession with magic and shit. Was him rescuing him and his mom from the, I think like the mountain or whatever the fuck.
and the
they
guy
were
gave
stuck
him that
on. The crystal,
there, yeah.
Which then also it fuses into his arm in that episode.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
which
you
is
can
weird.
he always had the bracelet with the gem in it, but then when he switches back again, the fucking thing fused to his arm.
That guy like granted him some shit right there. It
Yeah,
looked like
something happened.
fucking Jace, man. So I had made notes about how it looked like Jace went forward in a reality where Hex Tech existed
Yeah,
and everything went fucking completely wrong,
Exactly,
destroyed
yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
The other and it's trippy how the others went to the polar opposite, where Hex Tech didn't exist, and the entire
exactly.
episode was literally dancing between the polar opposites of
Yeah,
Echo and Heimerdinger were trying to get the tech, and Jace is like, "Fuck this tech."
yeah.
Yeah, Vi's dead in the other dimension.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that a little bit. There was even a scene where I think Jace found his warhammer, and then in the other dimension, Echo picked up like a normal hammer and nails.
Oh,
so like
yeah.
he was gonna like work
1000%. Yeah,
the fucking the
details, man.
Warhammer versus Warhammer in the different dimensions.
yeah.
that was trippy.
Parallels and details, man.
And
So
yeah,
much drugs.
Heimerdinger out there making music, bro.
Yeah.
As soon as that singing started in that scene, I'm like, that sounds so much like
I said the same thing the first time I watched it. I looked at Britt and I'm like, that's Heimerdinger singing that.
I had a feeling it was going to cut to him playing it with a fucking band, but it was just him.
You can hear him. You can hear it in the voice when the singing is going, and it showed him playing the guitar kind of early.
Yeah,
on.
I
That's
was
so
thinking
cool.
like this guy's like obsessed with music here.
Mm-hmm. Which is so cool that he just picked that up while he's been there for years. He's like, just start playing.
He
music.
really liked it
Because
there.
everything is fucking perfect in that world. And that's why Echo had to leave. He chose to leave that.
Yeah, even though even Heimerdinger said like we can stay here and shit.
Yeah, he's like, things aren't so bad here. Things are perfect there.
Yeah, holy fuck. Trippy how Echo, when he was like, he kept drawing, it looked like just the entity
The
or whatever,
anomaly,
the
yeah.
anomaly,
Yeah. He
that
was
brought
like-
them there.
Even when he first got there, he's like, he's not even looking. He's just like sketching it. He's just obsessively drawing it. Yeah, it's.
That was
Even I
fucking
think his
trippy.
eyes changed color at one point very early on in the episode, like with all weird colors, like it's almost in him or some shit like that.
Jesus. Yeah, Jace facing these fucking tech zombies out there.
Oh yeah. Tech zombies. Yeah.
And he got fucked up too pretty bad. Like,
Yeah.
right off the hop. The note I wrote about that, I shouldn't have checked it yet.
You check something you haven't talked about.
No, we talked about it, but
Oh, okay.
there was a little side note, I think, in the bottom of it I forgot to mention.
Shit. I gotta stop hitting that table. Fuck's sakes. You're fully blocked by your. Oh, there you go. You're
Oh,
okay.
yeah, no, I'll come back.
Oh yeah. I'll come back. Yeah, when you're sitting up, you're okay.
Oh, yeah, I wrote down when the Warhammer like fucked his leg up and he fell.
Oh,
like
he literally got Warhammer.
I wrote
yeah.
karma down. Like Warhammer finally came back to bite him a little.
Yep. And then did you notice what he actually uses to build his leg brace is he dismantles his damn Warhammer.
Oh, okay, shit, that makes sense. I didn't quite catch that.
Because he couldn't carry that out with him.
But when I saw it, I'm like, that looks pretty techy, like whatever he came up with for his leg brace. But
Yeah,
that makes
it
sense.
was
It was
his
the
damn
Warhammer.
Warhammer.
I even made a note. I'm like, he left the fucking Warhammer,
Yeah.
but then he gets a fucking another one, like from fucking guy
From
destined to fucking face.
From who?
Yeah, from the cloaked figure, like led him to that, didn't he?
From whatever that figure was that's
And
there.
then that dead body, was that like him? Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm like, this could be him. He's
Yeah,
got
it's
the Warhammer.
him. It's him. When
Jesus
it shows
Christ.
the two of them like crouching in the exact same pose. Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, Jesus, that looks like what happened to Jace or something.
So
Like,
he's actually got a completely different Warhammer. A different dimensions Warhammer.
that one looked more fucking ridiculous. Looks spiked and shit. They didn't even show it for long.
It's all
He, like,
weirdly colored.
picked
and
it up
stuff.
out of the ground and like cut away real quick. It's like, Maybe
So
that's
in the
like in
last
his in-game
episode,
Warhammer or
when
something.
he blasts Victor, it's at you
This
that
Warhammer.
Warhammer, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
really don't pay too much attention to that unless you
No,
really
I just
notice
assumed
it.
that was his fucking base Warhammer.
It's all colorful and fucked up looking,
It's
like from that
orange
dimension.
colored.
It's got all kinds of shit going on.
Yeah,
that's
even more.
not
Jesus.
his normal Warhammer.
And he himself is now fused with this shit. So
Yeah, he's got it
Jesus,
in him
Jace.
now.
I took it too far, brother. Well, we'll see. Oh, fuck me. He's seen some shit.
Yeah, he's seen some shit now.
Yeah, the mage appearing like throughout the whole episode, like it seemed as if it was guiding Jace like right to that fucking pick up that hammer, bitch. Yeah, how it's trippy how much time he spent at the bottom of that pit, like fucked up.
So
like,
his hair grew like
his hair, beard, like
yeah. He went in there
what
like
the fuck was he eating? Just like rats.
I
And
think rats
like,
or
just
whatever,
he could find. Yeah,
it showed little animals running around, rats.
and he was like going crazy down there. That scene was fucking drugs when he was
It was
down there
cool.
like losing his mind. Like
yeah, you could see flashes of like Victor, Mel,
yeah,
like,
everything.
people from his past just flicking through his brain.
It just really showed like he's fucking going crazy.
Yeah.
That was a trippy scene. I was like almost overwhelming, like 'cause there was just so much. It was cool how they like placed you in his mind. How
he's losing his fucking mind.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was an interesting like dynamic of how Jace had like regrets about how his relationship went with Heimerdinger, and Heimerdinger said the same shit about to Echo. He said like, okay.
Yeah.
I think it started with Heimerdinger talking to Echo. He said like, "Oh, how can I turn away a brilliant young mind who needs my help again?" He's straight, and then it cut over to Jace, like fucked up in like hell, pretty much.
Exactly, 1,000%.
And then there was a scene where Jace said something where he needed like a mentor, and like it was they both like felt bad with how shit went with them. It really
Jace
showed
kind
that.
of betrays. Remember, he betrayed Heimerdinger, like got him
He
kicked off
voted
the
him out. They
council
both
and all that.
had like really bad feelings.
Yeah,
because there were times when Jace turned to Heimerdinger too, and Heimerdinger's like, "No, you need like a decade to work on this shit."
Yeah,
he needed like guidance then and there. I think that's what made Heimerdinger feel bad. Maybe realizing like, because again, he's old as shit and somehow can live like fucking. Who knows how long?
His race of things that he is lives super long.
Yeah,
it's like it's part of the lore of this world.
It's something he probably doesn't. That's really important to like.
The scale of time is totally different.
Victor and Jace early on in the show, where they were like, "We don't have fucking 10 years, bro."
Well,
like,
especially
and then
Victor.
That's what made them like, "All right, fuck him."
Yeah,
like,
Victor definitely didn't have 10 fucking years.
No.
Victor had. We don't even know.
That's kind of what made them like
months.
stray away from Heimerdinger, I think, from what I remember, and kind of go on their own. And that's when shit started getting bad. Honestly, when they started going away from him, it seemed like shit went bad. When they voted him out of the count, like, but him being there though, he would have fucking got blowed up potentially.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of good, kind of bad. Like, there's so much fuckery going on in here.
So much fuckery.
The tech zombies were always like watching Jace, like pretty much everywhere he went. It seemed like, which is trippy. I didn't think too much into that, but like now that I think more into it, like it's trippy. Maybe they even recognize Jace, like, you fucking did all this, bro.
Because they don't necessarily seem to just straight up attack him either. They're almost more just observing him.
Yeah.
Because he walks through like a herd of them, and they
didn't
really
touch him.
Yeah, they don't really do anything to him.
Even when he was in the pit, like when he was looking up, it looked like there were some of them just like
they were there,
hanging and watching, which was fuck me, dude. There's still like straight up like Silent Hill vibes in this episode, from what I remember. Like the sounds and shit that would play when those things would be like twitching. I'm like, this is straight up Silent fucking Hill.
It was some weird shit.
Oh yeah, this is jumping ahead a little bit now. This is when they actually cracked, like they started getting to the bottom of the tech in this new dimension or whatever.
Yeah.
When they first got that little time anomaly, and Echo's like, "Oh, it looks so small," and shit. It reminded me of like a little like star, like a dense star or something. Just like the way it looked, it reminded me of some spaceship for some reason. A lot of this show reminds me of spaceship.
It does, yeah. It definitely has a lot of that in it.
But that little anomaly was like, that looks like a fucking like a dense star, like a collapsed star or some shit.
The anomaly looks
something
trippy.
with a lot of power and just it's just trippy. Oh yeah, there was like a moment where Heimerdinger said like, yeah, what's the point of this technology if we can't enjoy a moment? And then it cut right to Jace again.
You have to enjoy the time you have.
As soon as he said that, it cut over to Jace.
Everything's
like
fucked
in
up.
hell because of the technology. So again, that very polar opposites through the whole episode.
They do a lot of that in this freaking show, man. Like splitting between two different, just
like the polar opposite ends of like what people are maybe going through at the same time. They do that throughout the whole thing, but this episode was just like all that, just to the extreme. Oh, yeah, the next note I had was like Heimerdinger saying he knows how to boost that technology. It seemed like he was getting a little obsessed with it in a way, like
which you haven't really seen him do before.
But it kind of maybe gives you signs of what he was always so weary of, because like every time this shit comes out, it's bad, and maybe he realizes like he starts to like lose himself within it. Because you could see him like he's like, all right, you go on, like I'm gonna keep working on this shit. And the next time Echo comes back, it's literally like he's expanded it from like this little fucking thing to like a triple stand where like multiple people could stand in this thing.
Yeah.
So he got right into that shit. But it sort of shows a bit of his brilliance. It's kind of weird, this episode. It showed his brilliance, obviously. Like he was writing all these trippy equations out and working like to create how to fucking jump dimensions.
Yeah, they all were.
So they all of them working together. It shows how brilliant they all are.
Yeah.
But realistically, it shows like Heimerdinger just wanted like a simple, like enjoying music, and he even said like I've started something like good here. Like
he's always been brilliant, but he
just wanted like simple,
wants the simpler
peaceful
shit, like the things that most people would probably enjoy in life, not the big crazy huge shit
like the next best thing,
being a genius and all that stuff. He just wanted to just
the simple life, which makes a lot of sense, especially given how much shit he's seen. Who knows, he's seen even more shit than you ever see in the show.
Exactly.
He's always wary of that magic.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see like a lot more of his backstory. He's dope. I just made note of how he seemed like he was getting a little obsessed with it. But ultimately, he didn't choose, like, he looked like he wanted to stay there. But who the fuck knows what even happened to him at the end?
Yeah, he popped.
He popped? Yeah. He's gone? Oh, poor guy.
I figured
like, he knew that. Yeah, he's
vanquished.
Gone. Yeah, I just knew he's gone. And they foreshadowed it earlier then. Echo saw that shit.
Sort of.
Kind of.
Yeah, when he was pushing his fucking time travel thing, or time reversal device.
He popped. I even wrote down that he popped.
Did you actually put he popped?
I'm pretty sure I wrote that.
I just said he popped. No, you put that.
Where is it?
Because he actually popped in that scene.
I know.
He literally fucking like exploded.
I feel like I wrote that.
For fuck's sakes.
Notes are so long half the time I don't even read them all. I'm just trying to read like the main point. Oh no, I wrote that he blows up.
Oh, you did write he pops?
Yep. Yeah, I didn't write popped.
That's okay.
But he definitely fucking popped. Alright, the next note I took was Jace like climbing out of that shit finally. And then I made note that he left the Warhammer.
Well, he actually, remember, he uses it to, he built his leg brace because his leg's fucked.
Oh, so he kind of took it?
Yeah.
It's not in Warhammer form?
He actually does
Jesus, that's
dismantle
fucked.
it. But it happens so quick.
I didn't catch that. It was the damn Warhammer. I just saw that he'd built a brace.
You kind of see it degrading and shit, and then towards the end, it's like totally dismantled, and he's got this fancy leg brace on.
Fuck, yeah.
I'm pretty fucking sure it's...
That makes
total sense. I can't see what else could have been
down there. What else would he have used,
He built it out of like metal and all these fancy looking parts. Whoops.
Yeah.
Which would have definitely been Warhammer material.
Yeah, it's metal and like,
Yeah. What the fuck?
Shoot, eh? I gotta grab another one in a minute.
So technically he doesn't leave it, but yeah.
Right.
He does and doesn't technically. Yeah, when he first gets to that reality, like he tries to like kind of use it, but it doesn't have power, so it's even heavy for him to just lug around.
Shit, yeah.
You see him dragging it and trying to carry it.
He left it right away.
It's so heavy. Yeah, at first he just drops it because it weighs like a ton, probably. But he ends up actually dragging it until he falls down into the freaking cave thing that he falls in.
Oh my god!
And then he warhammers himself falling down there. Yeah, like you said earlier.
Karma. Karma. You fucking bashing shit with that Warhammer. You gotta get a little bit bashed by it. Yeah, the next note I made was how there was like that like dance or party or whatever, where like Echo and Powder like had like a great time and shit like that. Assuming they're obviously like they know each other in that rally anyways, but I'm assuming they kind of explained to Powder like we are not actually like us reality, or like did they ever explain exactly to her? Because they cut to moments of them like talking to her and getting her on board with like helping to even start fucking with this tech. So I wonder how much they told her like, look, like we aren't.
I don't actually
like,
fully know that. I think she understands that in the end.
When she sees like two different ones.
Two echoes,
yeah.
She knows clearly this is fucked. I think she might have been picking up on that as it went.
But yeah, maybe she didn't, because she was constantly saying like, "What's with you today?"
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Like, you're off. Like
it takes her. I don't think she fully gets what. No one knows
until
what the
the
fuck's
end.
going on really, except Echo and Heimerdinger.
Right.
Until literally the end when she sees two of them, she's trying to figure it out because he seems slightly different.
She must see something's going on, but like just thinks it's
even after
he's having a bad day
they
or
dance
something.
and shit. She says like, "Where did you learn those kind of moves and stuff?" Because he's not like the regular Echo. There's certain differences. Stuff like that.
So she maybe saw like something was up.
Because they basically are a couple, it seems like.
Yeah.
But like he doesn't know that.
No.
When he gets there and shit. He
Yeah,
sees
so
his
different.
enemy who tries to kill him all the fucking time.
Yeah.
That's why he tries to throw shit at her and stuff right away.
But he sees like subtle similarities a lot. Like a lot of the characters like, oh, she always liked to make an entrance or like to make a spectacle or
Well,
something.
he even asks her early on, like, do you have like another purpose for this tech and shit?
Yeah,
like,
that's
do you have
right.
like an alternative motive, basically? Like, it's just gonna just blow everybody up.
That's right. Yeah, and then they were kind of showing, it seemed like Echo was saying his goodbyes, like at that point. To her and what's that other big guy's name who fucking died early on?
Benzo, I believe is his name. Yeah, that's like his dad, basically.
Right.
You see a little bit of that, like in the first couple episodes of this show.
But they're not around for long.
No, because he gets killed so quick. Yeah. But that's actually Echo's. Like you see, I remember Echo as a kid, like working on something in his shop and stuff like that. He's around him. That's like his dad, basically. Or his, like stepdad, kind of like Vander was to Vi and Jinx.
Yeah, that makes sense because Echo wasn't like with them in that like family, so to speak.
Yeah,
like, he had his own shit. That makes sense.
Yeah, they were just friends.
So he was like saying his goodbyes at that shit.
Yeah,
and obviously that's a trippy, like such a different reality than he knows. Like you said, that's like someone he knows is psychotic killer, like just destroys everything around her, and sitting having like this peaceful, chill ass time.
So there's a feckin' the first scene when you see Powder in that, the reflection in the glass in the mirror is actually Jinx. Like actual like fucked up Jinx.
Oh, I thought she was gonna appear as
it happens so quick. It's when because like he's looking in the mirror at himself because he's like, what the fuck's going on? And then when she comes up, it shows fucked up Jinx in the reflection. And then when it cuts to her, it's just normal.
Oh, damn!
It's such a trippy like thing.
Yeah.
It's showing that he sees her just
as normal, like what he knows.
Yeah.
Damn.
Such a cool fucking subtle thing.
Yeah, that was very subtle. That's trippy as fuck.
So much shit you notice, man, after when you watch this shit again. It's ridiculous.
What a fucked up episode to do all that. Just to
go ahead and to put a whole episode to doing all of that too. There's only 2 left.
I know. There's a lot. And they haven't explained anything yet about what's going on in base reality. Yeah. The cloaked figure leading Jace to the body, holding the Warhammer, aka Jace.
Yeah.
And he said he wants to. Okay, I have to get him take a guess. They all have like voice lines and shit in fucking League of Legends, I'm assuming.
I don't know that.
Really?
I don't know.
So there was one thing Jay said in there where I'm like, that sounds like it's cut straight from a game.
It actually could be.
When he said like, I'm going to destroy the tech, he like got the Warhammer. I'm pretty sure he's like, I won't fail or whatever. He said something like that.
He also says that in the last episode.
Yeah, I figured. I'm like, hasn't he said this shit before?
Right before he blasts Victor, I won't fail.
Oh, that just seems like such a video game line.
It probably is in the fucking
I wouldn't be
game.
surprised if he said that somewhere.
So he was also already a character in the game.
Yeah,
and shit
I remember you mentioning that.
I think they did reskin and even add more shit to the characters when this kind of shit comes out. They constantly give characters new skins and stuff in that game.
Yeah. That's cool.
So there was Arcane one specifically too. So those voice lines, if they weren't in it, are probably now.
Oh, like, things I won't like that. Fail and shit. That sounds
as soon
like
as you spawn
put
in,
that in a fucking
as soon as you spawn in, boom.
Literally, that's like his entrance fucking sound.
Fuck yeah, it probably is.
Jesus, what a fucking episode.
Yeah, dude, just wait.
So yeah. At first, when Heimerdinger like was showing Echo, like, look at all this crazy shit, he made it look like we're gonna go back together, and then he like jumped out last minute and basically like I guess sacrificed himself so Echo could go back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty fucked. Poor Echo.
And he says like he also says to him,
Oh, he's like, I haven't like felt
Since
truly alive.
Since
like,
I've met you,
I've
never
of that.
felt more truly alive. Or something. And then he gets out and gets vaporized. For
poor Echo,
sakes.
poor Heimerdinger. Fuck.
Fuck's sakes.
Echo having to leave all that plus Heimerdinger. Like,
that's just insanity, really. What kind of person could actually do that if you were
to be like, all right, I'm gonna stay here.
Hell on earth to perfect everything you were fighting for in the other world
and everyone
exists in this world.
And everyone who died from bad circumstances is here and like basically made up and cool, except for Vi.
Mine is one person. Which gives you a trippy look into what the hell would things have been like just without Vi existing, really. So much would be different. Also, we now need to also tie hardcore back into the first season. Episode 7, which is also episode 7 of this fucking season, is where Jinx and Echo fight for the first time on the bridge, which you actually see.
Really?
He sees.
Oh yeah, he flashed back to the bridge when she was laying there. Up. That's right.
Yeah. So there's a ton of foreshadowing in that episode. Remember
to this
with
shit?
Time. Remember, Echo's got the fucking.
Oh yeah, dude! We're talking about like, what the hell was that shit that he had?
It means nothing back then, but now it means so much.
What the hell?
Yeah, dude. So in that scene,
what the hell?
Yeah, dude.
What the fuck?
And they're even the same episode, like 7 and 7.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
You have to be like a little sick to come up with that kind of
3 years later, this shit came out, and they tie it like this.
They must have just like studied
they
season
knew
1
1,000%.
Like, they just already knew what was
exactly
going on.
What they were doing.
Yeah, they knew what they were already writing.
What they were doing. So in that fucking shit
in episode 7 of season 1.
So a lot of this ties back to, remember his thing, like how long can he time travel back? It's 4 seconds.
Yeah.
He tested if you go farther, people pop.
Yeah.
So in that fucking scene, it's 4 seconds long in the first season.
What, when he sees her body there?
When the two of them fight. Remember, it shows them almost fighting as kids, and then it fucking time travels backwards.
Oh, yeah.
It's 4 seconds exactly. That whole fight scene is only 4 seconds long. Even back then. That's 4 seconds long.
What the hell? Yeah, that must have been done then. Like,
they knew exactly.
We didn't just think of that later.
No, they knew exactly what they were doing. So fucked up.
Holy.
And yeah, the way the two of them fight in that, and now they're like a couple in this one.
Again, polar opposites.
Complete polar opposites. Another weird reference to 4 seconds, weirdly, is the dance scene is actually animated in 4 frames per second.
Oh yeah, when everything changed, the animation changed.
It's 4 frames per second.
Really?
Yes. It's actually 4 frames per second. People have like broke this shit down. Yeah,
that's
all on purpose. It's a huge thing with him. Is the 4 second thing is huge with Echo.
Holy, what the hell?
So much reference to that, even back in the first season.
That's fucked up.
It's fucked
because
up.
I forgot how none of that made any sense back then.
So even when he was testing how long it could go, he had the same watch.
The damn
stopwatch. It's the exact same thing.
When I saw that, I'm like, where? Like, why does that look so familiar?
He's always had that, even though before he was just, I don't know exactly what the fuck he was even using it for before. He used it also in, I think, the episode 4 of season 1. They had some kind of
dude, they time traveled and went to different dimensions. That Echo then could have been the Echo that already visited this reality and went back. It probably fucking is, man.
That would actually be a really interesting theory if it is. Oh, I hope it is.
Dude, I'm assuming it is.
That would be so fucked if it is.
That could also explain why Echo's so advanced and shit back then. He was like part of the skateboard crew, and he was ahead of like a lot of people. That was still the
same Echo, I think, but at some point they could have changed.
That could be the Echo that already been to this fucking reality, man.
That would be fucked if it was. Like we're just seeing that time of them. Because you don't really know when.
Echo was always on time and always there at the perfect moment.
Exactly.
He could be fucking manipulating time the whole time.
Time is his thing. Big time.
Holy shit.
His name's Echo, like an echo in time. I think that's kind of the whole point of his name.
That's insane. Is he in the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His character looks exactly the fucking same as the show, which is kind of dope.
That's cool.
Way back when he first got like announced, it looks the exact same. Where some of the other characters look a bit different. Even Jinx looks quite different. But Echo was exactly the fucking same.
Damn.
Which is kind of cool. They didn't really change him much.
That's cool. But geez, yeah. Holy, what a trip.
Yeah, the tie back into that is like, oh.
Wow. I genuinely wonder now, like, is that Echo the fucking traumatized, already visited this world, already left it, watched Heimerdinger get fucked up? Like,
it could have been. It very well could have been.
And Who knows, man? I don't know though.
Dude, with this show, you truly never fucking know.
As soon as you introduce like time travel and dimension travel, like,
it becomes hard drugs.
You can do anything you want.
Exactly, hard drugs.
Jesus.
So I'm pretty sure in every single intro too, it shows Echo's shadow as a fucking secondhand clock, like moving. Now watching the next episode, every episode of this season start shows him when he's standing there. It's like a clock ticking to 4 seconds. I'm pretty sure because it always stops at fucking 4 seconds. What the fuck?
So yeah, and then the whole scene at the end where Echo was getting sent back, like Powder obviously comes down and witnesses all this shit.
Yeah, so now she's seen that there's some crazy shit
what they
going
were
on
really
here.
trying to fucking do at the end of the day.
When it first just seemed like she had a big part in actually building all that shit. Yeah, you see her damn monkey tech and shit in that thing too. And
they went to her knowing like, you can help us a lot.
They needed her to help too.
Again, it showed how smart they all were.
Yeah, exactly.
And then obviously, and then she witnessed fucking Echo go away while holding Echo, and then he wakes up at the end.
So that's a crazy question that I have too. Is what the fuck did that Echo go through?
Yeah,
which is exactly what you were saying. He could have been an Echo we were seeing in the other reality. Like you said, he already had been through all sorts of shit. He probably, I'm assuming,
swapped in a way with like this Echo.
The fact that they show that shit in the first season when the time changes almost makes you think it was a different Echo of some kind. I don't fucking know. It's weird how they showed that. Or if it was just hardcore foreshadowing. Because it showed the two of them fighting as kids, and then it time travels back 4 seconds, and they're adults, and they actually have the fight, which also only lasts 4 fucking seconds.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure if you go back and count it, it's legit exactly 4 seconds that they fight on the bridge.
That's fucked up. And we've always talked about how much they cram into a short scene, too.
I swear I seen a damn video, too, where someone broke it down, where it happens at, like 40 minutes or like it's like there's more force shit. Like it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Hell.
It's crazy the kind of shit they do in this show, man.
That's insane.
Nothing like it. It truly isn't.
That's just fucking crazy. Insanity.
So cool.
Yeah, and again, that didn't explain dick about what's going on.
You still don't know shit about what's going on.
Where they left, really. Where they left off last time.
Basically, that is leading up to what you've seen in the last episode.
Right.
Kind of. Where Jace is just coming back. He says, like, send me back. That
shows what gives him his motivation.
Exactly. It's funny because I'm pretty sure you said something about that. Like, we need more of, like, what the fuck happened? Why did Jace do all that before?
Yeah.
And when we talked about
they're filling it in. Yeah.
That you get it filled right in. That's perfect.
Yeah, I've always been wondering what the fuck happened to Echo and Heimerdinger.
But yeah, that was the one that was
filled all that.
That was what was really unexpected. We kind of expected to see what the fuck made Jace do all that, but not what the fuck Echo went through.
Yeah.
Not only did he go through all that, but he now comes back with he's holding that thing, that weapon thing that they were making, the time travel thing. He's actually holding on to that capsule. Excuse me. Shows him in that last scene holding on to that same thing they were making.
That's what I'm
before.
saying. Maybe all along that Echo has fucking already been there. Like, oh no, it can't be though, because like, I don't know, man. That just opens up so much.
I know. I don't fully know either. Even with that, honestly, I don't know. I don't think it is, but I could be very wrong on that.
Who knows?
Maybe this is something people just ain't broke down yet and figured out.
I'd be surprised if that's the case.
I would and wouldn't be at the same time with this fucking show.
But like I said, though, you're doing time travel shit, man. Anything can become
everything
reality.
Is fucked, yeah.
We're just, fucked. I don't think I had any more notes. That was it. That was it. That
fucking right, bud.
That was it.
Yeah, I guess we should try to keep these as short as possible. I know none of these are going to be under half an hour. None of these are going to be under half an hour because
I'm going to have too many notes.
It's hard to even say which one's the craziest. That episode, it does have a lot of shit in it, and it's the first time you get introduced to the whole multi-dimensions and all that. A lot of shit. It's hard to say which one's more crazy, but it's probably only going to get worse from here, bud.
These last few are going to be long. Like the last episode
they're short episodes, but it's the stopping and writing books. Yeah, and stuff.
I know, for sure.
I like that you do that because it gives us.
I would forget all of that if I didn't write it down.
Yeah, you have to write it down. I like that you're doing that.
The human brain can only comprehend a small percentage of what you hear, like in a short period.
Fucking tech robots or
tech zombies.
That's what you said. Tech zombies.
Jesus, man, it's fucking Jace, bro. You better get Warhammer, bitches. That's what you do. You will not fail.